We're on the air.
How much do you know about video games?
I know very, very little. I played Sims 1 and 2 and Making Magic and
What's Making Magic?
Sims Making Magic.
It's like a expansion pack thing?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
another version of the game where you can do spells and stuff. It's really fun.
Gotcha.
And
Cool.
then I also played Zelda on Nintendo 64 when I was like 10.
This was a long time ago.
Well, I'm 11, so it was actually last year.
Here's what's going to happen. Caroline has to do a video game review to the best of her ability for a game she's never played or even really wants to play. This is BS Game Reviews with someone who knows nothing about video games. Let's see how you can do compared to the experts. Mm-hmm. We're not going to go in completely blind. I'll tell you the name of the game.
Okay.
I will read a little bit about like release dates and things, and I'll also show you a trailer. Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh boy.
What do you know about Mario?
His car is red.
His car is red.
And everyone dresses up as Mario for Halloween. But some people dress up as Wario.
And what color is Wario?
Green. I like the pretty grass blowing in the wind.
Yep.
I'm all about when leaves and grasses blow. It's a big roar. What's that thing? Oh, there he is. Oh, he's switching worlds. Where's that?
What's
Ew.
happening?
He's swimming into the toad's bloodstream. And the toad doesn't like it. Where is Mario? Where's his family? Oh, green moons. Crazy cop. What's that? Turtle, Mr. Potatoes. Oh. So can you steal anyone's car in this game? You can't answer this, can you? You can't tell me anything. I feel insane watching that. How do you play that? I would go absolutely insane.
So what did you gather from that? What do you think happened?
Mario took some mushrooms and got lost in a magical world.
This is for kids. Mario is a kid game.
Okay.
Thank you for joining me. You are
I'm
one of my
very happy.
favorite video game reviewers.
Thanks.
So let's break it down into a couple categories here. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the story? I mean, Mario isn't necessarily about the story, but of course it provides pace.
Mario is all about nostalgia, right? Everyone remembers Mario. For years and years and years, we've all grown up with this idea of the Mario Empire. We all recognize and people dress up as Mario for Halloween. That's a whole thing. It's a whole empire. You go to Mario not for the story, but to play the game and to remember what it was like when you were young and you were in your grandma's basement playing with your brothers. You know, so again, I think it's a great empire. I'm very nostalgic about Mario myself. I played it growing up, and it's always nice to come back to something like this, but being a video game reviewer, I have to look with a little more scrutiny.
Yes.
And I found this game to be a little bit simplistic, like I said.
Now, Mario games are always about how they feel in your hands, how you play the game. Talk about the controls of this Mario game.
I felt they were easy to pick up. I didn't have a huge problem. I think generally I like to use both hands, and I felt that I was always using my right. So
Yeah?
I mean, I'll let you dissect that, but
Right.
I think you know, I'm sort of ambidextrous, and when I'm always using my right hand, it gets a little worn out. I play so many video games, I tend to get carpal tunnel, and I just get a little frustrated not being able to use both hands all the time.
Speaking more on the controls, obviously this is the first time we've ever controlled Mario's hat.
Absolutely.
Now,
that was cool.
Mario is simple. It's you jump, you got like a little bop, you kill people. Now you got some more moves with this hat. Talk to me how that felt, changing up the gameplay a little bit.
Well, I think they realized they had to change up the gameplay just a bit because we were getting there's a danger of releasing the same game over and over again, and people to an extent are fine with that because, like I said, we're touching on nostalgia here, but you got to pick some things to do, and I think they didn't want to change his looks too much because there would be an outcry if you take away his mustache or give him like a smaller mustache. It's like the mustache is him.
Right,
the
right.
costume is him. So what can they do with those pieces that are kind of set in stone to really liven it up?
My next category I'd like to talk about is speed running with Mario. Mario is a big speed running game. People like to go back and
It is.
get world records in these levels. How replayable was this game compared to other Mario games?
I just felt like everything was moving very slowly for me.
Okay.
When he is able to get up on that dinosaur, I felt like I was pushing for the dinosaur to go faster, And I
Yes.
wanted the dinosaur, I felt like the dinosaur was jogging, and like lumbering. And I'm thinking, go, 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 because I know from the history books that dinosaurs were fast.
What is your overall grade for this game? Let's do a rating out of 100.
I might have some haters and I might have some lovers.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with a solid 75%.
75%. Okay. I'm going to tell you what other reviewers said.
Oh.
And give you a little taste of what they specifically said.
Interesting.
So, Destructoid. I'm going through the Wikipedia scores. I'm not saying I like these reviews or anything. I'm just giving you an idea of the vast world out there. Destructoid gave a 9.5. The Edge gave a 10 out of 10. EGM gave it a 10 out of 10. GameSpot 10 out of 10. IGN 10 out of 10. Polygon 9.5 out of 10.
Well, I think obviously we should, if I can just interject.
Yeah.
Wikipedia, as we all know, is edited.
This is not from Wikipedia. This is
This is
citations.
What I'm saying is anyone can edit Wikipedia
that's
to
fair.
say anything.
It was a little low, but we'll continue on the theme of Odyssey. Our next game is Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I actually have more intel on this than Mario.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Dark, ghoulish world. Hooded men, the town in The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, where you meet Aragorn for the first time. Like, that's how the whole world of Assassin's Creed looks. Everyone's a dude.
I'm not sure about that, but...
Oh, he's muscular. Oh, it's Greece. Okay. So it can be in different worlds. This looks like a Pirates trailer, like Pirates 16. It is kind of Uncanny Valley. Like, these men.
Yes.
Oh, it's a lady. Good for her. And they don't blink. Why don't they blink? They should. They're so human looking. They should be blinking.
That might have been just a picture of them.
I like the colors in this game. Very colorful and bright. But tasteful colors, not like Mario.
Oh, you don't think Mario's tasteful?
No.
Oh my.
He looks like if Mel Gibson and Tony Danza had a baby. The people behind him just look like cam ops on a film set getting crafty. Do you see them?
Yeah. Looks like they're wearing a normal modern jacket back
Yeah,
there.
just getting their food on their lunch break. And now she's just getting chased. It's just a horse chase?
I think she just knocked him off his horse.
Oh, good. Oh, boy. Also, they look like identical twins just talking to each other.
Yeah.
It's just herself in a dress. Oh, boy. Is this Troy? Is this game Troy?
Different from what we just saw
Yes, two very
from
different
Mario.
games.
Yes. So, Caroline, thank you once again for joining our show.
It's fine.
To review video games.
It's
fine. You're a very pompous video game reviewer.
I'm super stoked to be here.
Yeah.
It's very exciting to be in the
you.
first stream of Grandma's Basement. I thought the world was, like I said, I mean, the world was beautiful. I thought it was very in-depth. I thought the hills were gorgeous. I liked that you could get on a horse and just ride. It was like, you know, unlike Mario, where I felt a little constricted and where I couldn't really explore as much as I wanted to, I felt like in Assassin's Creed, I could go for miles on those hills and end up somewhere in a new town or a new village and be like, oh, there's children playing on the hills or whatever. I felt very, very much alive in that setting. The open world was very brilliant. I can tell that they did a lot of research. They definitely had historians come in and advise them. I felt as though it was interesting to see the exchanges between the people around you. There is a name for them, the people that you don't interact with in games, but I use my own name.
Yeah, okay.
I call them NIAs.
NIAs, what does that stand for?
Non-interactive. I say Americans, but I think that is just a name that I use for like all kinds of people, because like in my heart everyone can be wherever they want to be from. So there were a lot of NIAs everywhere, and I thought it was interesting to see them exchanging with each other, and I was kind of curious as to what they were saying, you know.
Right. It's crazy to me too that NIAs are not only in video games, but it seems in real life there are a lot of NIAs.
There are
around.
NIAs all around us. It just depends on who you choose to talk to.
Right.
And I think that's what's so cool about, you know, the sort of relationship between real life and video games, and those lines are getting blurred more and more every day, as we know, with VR and you know, the president.
Talked about the controls. Did they feel nice when you're fighting people? Or...
I like the controls. I used both of my hands very easily, and I felt like, you know, each hand was getting enough attention. The story was a long one, and I felt as though it could have gone further back into childhood. I would really like to see why these people are killers. Yeah.
How did this one fit into the rest of the Assassin's Creed world, in your opinion?
For lack of a better word, archaic in the sense that we've seen it before.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think with this particular game release, I felt as though I was in a world where, this is Assassin's Creed, but it's lighter. And I feel like someone turned the lights on. And now I can kind of see what's been going on and what they've been working on all this time, because before it just felt so dark and sort of covered in spider webs, and it was time for a spring cleaning. And I feel like this game is that spring cleaning.
out of 100. 0 is the worst, 100 is the best, of course.
Of course.
And then a little TLDR.
Out of 100?
Out of 100.
Sort of scoring a test paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could think of it that way.
I'm going to say a 91%.
Very high. Okay.
Because I have a special fondness towards Assassin's Creed. Sort of like a lot of people have a nostalgia boner for Mario.
Yes.
I have like a special place in my heart for Assassin's Creed. TLDR.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful worlds. Interesting RPGs. Interesting NIAs. But lacking in some of the human graphics.
So you said 91 out of 100.
Yes.
Let's see here what other people said. IGN, a 9.2 out of 10. That's a 92%. You were 1% off of IGN. GameSpot gave it an 8 out of 10. You did very well. You picked up a lot just from that trailer. I honestly think if you wrote that review and someone just like real quick edited it and like removed the things that were wrong,
It'd be passable.
it would have been a totally passable review.
You would replace NIA with
NPC,
NPC,
which stands for
non-player characters.
exactly, not non-interactive Americans.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was definitely closer than Mario Odyssey because you gave Mario a lower score.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh well.